Good afternoon, ladies and gents. I slept until like 12-ish and then laid in bed for an hour on my phone. Not very productive. So, what am I about to do? I'm gonna run to Quick Trip, get some food. Quick Trip is in KWIK, not quick as in QT, because they're weird up here, I guess. So I'm gonna run to go get food because I'm very hungry, and I don't believe. Do I have any chicken left? Wait, if I have chicken left, I might not need to leave. I need to. No, I'm not eating it. So I'm gonna run a Quick Trip and get some food, and then from there I'm gonna do my Bible reading, and then I'm gonna clean my room. My room's clean currently. It just needs some maintenance. It's not clean, but it's not like, oh, you are living in a sty. It was, oh, the last couple of days I've been very busy, so I really haven't had time to clean it. And then I'm gonna wash my laundry whilst I'm cleaning my room and stuff. And then after all that's done, I'm gonna edit my video for yesterday. So that should be interesting. Game day vlog. I've not watched any of the clips yet, so we'll see how that all goes. But I'm excited to edit that video. And yeah, I will talk to you guys probably after I do my Bible reading, so that way I can break down what are we reading today. Let me double check what we're reading today. I am reading. What am I reading? I am reading. Why are you being dumb? There it is. Okay. What am I reading? I'm reading Romans 3 through 4 is what I am reading. So, more of Paul's wisdom. Wisdom. So I will talk to you guys then. See you in a bit. Alright, so I ate my food. I'm going to set up a time lapse, but I'm going to be watching YouTube while I do it. So I'm not going to talk to you guys. I'm going to be watching YouTube, but I'm going to clean up my room. Get everything all well adjusted, done, dealt with, and dusted. So, I will talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, okay, so, just read Romans 3 through 4, which is fantastic. Oh, that's pleasant. Oh, that's bleed through. Never mind. Okay, so, 3 through 4, talking about righteousness, God's righteousness, the law, and so, if I'm not mistaken, this tells me the context of this, right? The fact that it was Paul wrote. Okay, here's the purpose of Romans. So that way, background. Paul wrote Romans to unite the Jewish and Gentile Christians in Rome in the gospel. He also wanted the church in Rome to become the base of operations from which he could proclaim the gospel. In Spain, the ultimate goal of preaching the gospel is the glory of God. Paul longs for Gentiles to become obedient Christians for the sake of Christ's name. So, that's some of the context. Now, the passage I wanted to talk about is the righteousness of God through faith. And I'm reading verses 21 through 25, and then verse 27 through 28, because those are kind of the verses that stuck out to me. But it says, "But now the righteousness of God has been manifested apart from the law, although the law and the prophets bear witness to it, the righteousness of God through faith in Jesus for all who believe, for there is no distinction. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And all are and are justified by grace as a gift through the redemption that is Christ Jesus, whom God put forward as a propitiation by his blood, to be received by faith. This was to show the righteous, because of his divine forbearance, had passed over his former sins." Okay, so that's the first part. Now, I need to double check this because I'm going to check a different translation, because I'm not exactly sure what propitiation is. It's a word. 1 second. Let's get there. Okay, so it's verse 25. Let's compare NLT. Or I'm going to do NIV because that's normally where I go. God presented Christ as a sacrifice of atonement through the shedding of his blood, to be received by faith. He did this to demonstrate his righteousness, because in his forbearance he had left the sins committed beforehand unpunished. That's what it meant. Okay, that's what it said. That's what that meant. That was the NIV version, which was a little bit more understandable. But then this second part's kind of what I like, was verse 27 to 28, which is, then what becomes of our boasting? It is excluded. By what kind of law? By the law of works? No, but by law of faith. For we hold that one is justified by faith apart from works of the law. So, I needed that. Now I also need an NLT, because NLT tends to be the one that I can understand easier, because, yes, sometimes your boy can't understand ESV very well. Can we boast then that we have done anything... This is the NLT. Can we boast then that we have done anything to be accepted by God? No, because our acquittal is not based on obeying the law. It is based on faith. So we are made right with God through faith and not by obeying the law. Now, put this back into the context of this, when this was written. This is being written to both Jews and Gentiles in Rome. This is a letter to Rome, to the Roman Church. And this is just saying that, like, hey, don't boast. Well, because, okay, so here's always been something that I've wrestled with, is that the balance between the idea of that it is, we are saved by faith, which is a fact, we are saved by faith. It's the aftermath, it's the living out the faith. Because it says in James 2:17, faith if not accompanied by action, which is the NIV version, but most of them say faith not accompanied by works is dead. And that's the idea of living out your faith, living out and seeking a more righteous life. Then there's verses like Ephesians 2:8 through 9, which is the, one second, I know I have it highlighted in here, because of course I do. Do I have it highlighted? I do have it highlighted. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is a gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast. Which actually goes back to pride, which I talked about technically yesterday, but 2 episodes ago. All that being said, I think the biggest thing to take away from this is that we don't deserve jack. We don't deserve any of this. We are saved by faith, not by works. Not by anything that we can do, but by the gift that God has given us through his son's sacrifice and for Jesus taking up. Jesus dying for our sins. It's a pretty basic idea of Christianity, but I think that's something that we need to remember, because I feel like a lot of times works feels like you almost feel like you have to earn your salvation when you don't. It is a gift. I know I've wrestled a lot with the idea of salvation being something that is not earned, but is a gift. Something that we accept, that we don't earn. It's the idea that, yeah, we just don't deserve it. And that's where I think, why I think God is so wonderful, is that we didn't deserve to be given this gift. We didn't deserve to have our sins paid for by his son, by him, by, yes. I'm not getting into the Trinity right now. That's a whole video in and of itself to attempt to discuss the Trinity. I tried writing a paper on it. It was terrible. The paper was terrible, not the idea of God as a Trinity. Sorry. I'm rambling. But if there's one takeaway from this entire rambling session that I just went over, it's we are saved by faith, not by works. And that is that we are justified by his grace as a gift through the redemption in Christ Jesus. That's my take on Romans 3 and that chunkin' passage. Now what am I gonna do today? It is currently 4:25-ish. It's 4:25. I'm going to shower, go to Target, buy my groceries, and then what am I going to do after I buy my groceries? Well, of course, I'm going to come back. But after buying groceries, all that jazz, I'm going to put the groceries away, clean up, and then I'm going to edit my video. So that's the plan, and then the goal is to try to have that edited before Sayla so I can just go to bed after our discipleship meeting, because we have a discipleship meeting, even though Sayla is... I'm tired. I want bed. I woke up freaking 4 hours ago and I'm tired. That's what football does to you. Huh? Did I seriously just set up the camera and bring all those back out and back in strictly for the shot? Absolutely. But your boy got some new sunglasses. So that's cool. The haul was basically just vitamins and my normal groceries. I got fruit snacks. I got one of... Okay, 1 second. I got one of these, the Kodiak Power Cups. 1 second. No, show... Focus. So, okay, so it's a muffin. It's Blueberry Muffin Power Cup. It's like 13 grams of protein. I'm going to try it and see how it is. The normal one was good, but this one is... blueberry muffin, so we'll see. I'm a big fan of blueberry muffins. Then we have fruit snacks. I bought my chocolate milk, some gum, my normal food, and then I bought... So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mio Energies, because they were on sale for $2 a pop, and they're normally like 3 something. Plus the big boys are normally well, how much are the big boys normally? The big boys are normally around I forget. They're normally around like $6.29. So it was like I could buy 3 of them for less than I would buy a normal big one. So it's saving me like $8 to $10 to buy all of those today versus buying them in the future. Also, I got some magnesium, which I'll be taking in the mornings now. It focuses on this. Hide. Yes. No, don't focus on the back. Oh, okay, whatever. Magnesium and some vitamin D. Vitamin D is so I avoid seasonal depression, and then magnesium is just because it helps with body stuff, relaxing, muscle relaxing. Hopefully should help with sleep. I've been struggling with that recently. But otherwise, that's my haul. It was a pretty good haul. I will probably talk to you guys in a bit. I'm going to chill for a bit because I have a D&D session at 7, and it's going from 7 to around 7:45. And then I'm gonna head back here, or I might just edit in the coffee shop. I'll probably edit in the coffee shop. So I'm gonna edit and try to get my video done and dusted and posted before like 9ish. So hopefully I can edit in an hour or so if I really focus, put my head down. It might take me at 2ish, but once that's done, then then I'll be prepared and ready to post, and then I'll go to bed and wait till the morning. Okay. So, edited video, posted video, hung out with some friends. Honestly, now I'm just gonna go to bed. It was a productive Sunday. Great to see you guys. That's the end of episode 8. Talk to you guys next time.